Picture this: a man, a sword, and an undefeated record in over 60 duels. This is the legend of Miyamoto Musashi. Born in the late 16th century in the southern part of what is now known as Hyogo Prefecture, Musashi's life was steeped in the art of the sword from the very beginning. His father, an accomplished swordsman serving a local lord, would have undoubtedly influenced his early training. The young Musashi was nothing short of audacious. At the tender age of 12 or 13, he accepted an open challenge from a traveling samurai. With a sudden attack, using a wooden pole, he stunned his opponent, then, in a shocking turn of events, beat him to death on the ground. As the Warring States period came to a close, Musashi, still in his early teens, had already made a name for himself. By the end of the Warring States period, Musashi was already a force to be reckoned with. As the dust of war settled, Musashi embarked on a warrior pilgrimage, a journey that would see him defeating masters of various schools and weapons. The warrior pilgrimage, known in Japanese as Musashi, was a period from 1605 to 1612. This was a time when Musashi, armed with his wooden sword, travelled across Japan, accepting challenges from the masters of various schools of swordsmanship. Among his many victories, one stands out: his triumph over the members of the Yoshioka school, thereby ending the reign of Kyoto's preeminent school of swordsmanship. Then came the year 1612, which witnessed Musashi's most famous duel. On the tiny island of Funajima, situated in the Kanmon Straits between Japan's main island and Kyushu, he faced his greatest adversary, Sasaki Kojiro. It was a battle of wit and skill, and Musashi, true to his trademark style, arrived nearly 3 hours late, agitating Kojiro. The duel was fierce but brief, and with a wooden sword carved from an oar, Musashi struck his opponent dead. Each duel was a testament to Musashi's prowess, his unconventional tactics, and his indomitable spirit. With each victory, his name echoed louder across the land. He became not just a warrior but a legend, his mastery of the sword inspiring awe and respect. With each victory, Musashi's reputation grew, his mastery of the sword becoming the stuff of legend. But the warrior's path is not only about battles and duels. For Musashi, it also led to a life of service, teaching, and introspection. In the aftermath of the siege of Osaka, Musashi lent his skills to more peaceful pursuits. He contributed to the construction of Akashi Castle and the town planning of Himeji, proving that his strategic acumen extended beyond the battlefield. His eye for detail and understanding of defensive structures showcased a different side of this legendary duelist. Musashi also sought to pass on his knowledge of the sword. He offered his services as a sword instructor to various notable figures, even to the likes of Tokugawa Ieyasu. However, his unconventional approach and reputation as a wanderer did not always endear him to the traditional samurai class. Despite this, his teachings would come to form the bedrock of multiple schools of swordsmanship. As the years passed, Musashi's focus shifted from dueling to the arts. He settled in Kumamoto Castle, where he dedicated more of his time to painting, carving an important niche for himself in the annals of Japanese art history. In his twilight years, Musashi chose a life of solitude and introspection. He retreated to the Rigando Cave in western Kumamoto, where he penned his magnum opus, the Book of Five Rings. This text, completed shortly before his death, encapsulates his philosophy and strategies, serving as a guide not just for martial artists, but also for those seeking insight into the warrior's mind. Undeniably, one of Musashi's most enduring contributions to martial arts is his two-sword style, known as Niten Ichi-ryu. This technique, honed during his time in Kumamoto, revolutionized swordsmanship, illustrating that a warrior could wield two swords with grace and deadly efficiency. In the centuries since his death, Musashi's life has been immortalized in numerous films and period dramas. These portrayals, while varied, all capture the essence of a man who walked his own path, undefeated in duels and unbound by conventional norms. Though Miyamoto Musashi may not have left a significant imprint on the pages of Japanese history, his undefeated record in duels, his philosophy and his teachings continue to inspire and captivate us. Such is the enduring legacy of this legendary swordsman.